Hello and welcome. I am Trion and this is Random Select Gaming's Mountstravaganza. Oh, you would not believe the grueling pre-production that went into making this video. See how tired he is? So, let's get started. So there are more mounts than what we just showed you there, those four, and we'll get into them later. And no matter what race you choose, you are going to have to do a couple of quests to get you on your way. And we're starting off with Harani here. Engineer Kim is who you're going to want to talk to, so let's get started. Okay, so now that you've done the quest for your Vita Seed, open your inventory, and it'll be right there, and you have whichever Leomorph you've chosen. Put him down on the ground, and just follow the on-screen commands to raise him. It's very easy. And there you have him. Fully grown mount. Just that fast. Don't forget to take him and make sure he's on your bar. When you summon him, you'll notice you get extra bars here, and we'll go over all these abilities in a little bit. So as we just saw, no one has a tighter bond with their mount than the Firin and the Snow Lion. And who starts us off on this beautiful relationship is Stablehand Humed. And let's do that now. Okay, now that we've got our Vita Root and our fine furry feline friend, let's start raising him. Yay, and there he is. again, you'll notice all of these, and we'll get to those later. Tight though the bonds may be between a Fearin and a Snow Lion, a man and his horse is a classic American tale. And that tale starts right here with Rinji. Fighter root and fowl in hand, let us begin. And there he is. Fully grown, handsome horse. Gorgeous. Not to be redundant, but again, abilities. See them later. On to the next. Perhaps not as seared into the zeitgeist as a Fearin and his Snow Lion and a boy and his horse. An elf and his elk. But nonetheless, we'll be exploring that dynamic today. Right now, in fact. Adorable. Okay, as we've done so many times before, isn't he handsome? So, now that you've got your mount, you're going to want to level it. How do you do that? Well, Mroo-doo-doo. You know, you keep it out with you as you run around, and you kill things. Look at that. The cow got more XP than I did. You don't lose any XP for killing things with your mount out. Another way your mount gets XP is just by using it. Every 500 meters you move, 9.9 meters per second, your mount will get 300 XP. Now let's watch that happen. Well, trust me, it's 300, it only needed 150, but it's 300. Now you don't need to be riding your mount, it can just be walking along behind you, and it'll get the 300. And true to my word, this is the section where we display all of the mount skills. So, let's hop on Leonidas Morphere and check these out. Now, all of your faction-based mounts are going to have your basic sprint. Nothing too spectacular. Now, what I do like about the Leomorph here is its lateral mobility. The very quick side hop. That's unique to him. The Yada is pretty quick too, but not as. Okay, so mounted attack. That's not unique to the Leomorph here. And it says enables rider to attack an enemy behind them while in bloodlust mode. There's no unique animation to that. it looks exactly the same. I'm not gonna go into bloodlust mode in town just to show you that. I'm missing because these are level 40 scarecrows. But there's that attack there. Boom, big back jump. Show the stealth. Pretty handy. Lasts for 30 seconds too, which is really nice. 3-minute cooldown, but still, 30 seconds. And only a 30% knock to your speed. Now, what's good to use in tandem is the stealth and its teleport, especially if you have Auramancy on. Double teleport. So, those are the skills of the Leomorph. Now is the Snow Lion's turn to shine. So, let's hop on Nahasapima Petalion here and see what he has to offer. Again, the basic sprint that they all have. See, he has a mounted shot, a charge, anabolic that raises his attack rate, so we'll use that before we do the mounted shot, and another charge. Not very impressive mounted shot, but then again, I'm only 29, and I'm not archer. Give me a break. So let's try this overrun. Pretty much what we thought it was going to be. Now let's check out the charge. And triggers a dash, an uncontrollable dash. Just whoosh. Alright, so there's the range on overrun. And there are the abilities for the Snow Lion. Time to check out our horse. Again, just the basic sprint. Standard mounted attack. He has a back kick, which is kind of neat. Pretty good damage there. Mounted defense grants mount and rider immunity to range damage, knockback, and stun for 5 seconds. That's not bad. Breakthrough. Charges at an enemy for 3 seconds. A breakthrough enemy lines inflicts knockback and trip on targeted enemy. Yeah, so that's an uncontrollable charge, just like the Snow Lion. And if that was a normal mob, it would have knocked him down. there's our horse. Now, my favorite of the standard race-bound mounts, the elk. Dash as always. Now, here's something tad different. Elegant leap. Woo! Super jump. Oh, you cannot use that mid-air to save you from a big drop. You'll die anyway. I've tested it many times. Woo! Wings. Okay, so now his other three abilities are all archery based. So if you're an archer, you gotta know. Normal mounted shot. Mounted fire arrow, that missed, son of a bitch. And snipe. It does 700% of your ranged attack and an additional 50% damage on burning targets. So if we can get fire to hit, and then you'd hit with snipe, but it's a very strong thing there. So let's actually go find something that I can hit. There we go. That was far more impressive. And there is the elk. You may recall earlier I said there are more than just those 4 types of mounts. And that's what we're going to get into now, just a little bit. Well, for one, from the stable hand...
이런 부상은 빨리 치료해야 합니다.
Wrong button.
먼 길을 걸어가기란 너무 힘든 일.
There's the Yada calf. A measly 5 gold. That's a little much. Still. We're gonna buy one of these little fellas. You're gonna raise him right before your eyes. Ain't he adorable? Boom! And that's what our Yada grows into. Now, we already have one. All leveled, so we're just gonna leave that fella there. Now, the Yada has one ability. Fleeing Yada. And he doesn't get it until level 20. So until then, you are stuck with a pretty fast mount, but no abilities, pretty much no health, nothing. But he's still pretty fast. This is his base speed without any armor. Pretty good. And now add his jumping. It's pretty good for getting around. I call him Rooster. And there is your Yada. Okay, up next is the donkey. Now, the donkey isn't specifically a vendor mount. He's more of a quest mount you can get quite easily very early in the game. But I've already done that, so I can't show you the quest. So we're just going to pick him up here and keep him in the vendor category. From here, he cost 5 Gilda stars. Not so bad. Okay, so now we're going to grow the donkey. Sounds dirty. Yay! Donkey! And I already have a donkey, so I'm just gonna leave that fella there. So, the donkey's abilities, one of them you can only do while wearing a trade bag. The other one, exclusively, cannot do while wearing a trade bag. So, I came to Soulsreed to make a trade bag. So let's check this out. In order to use the ability, you need a carrot. Boom, carrot on a stick. Increases mounted speed by 30% for 1 minute. Also lasts for 1 minute.
Auctions are good.
Okay, so the other ability we cannot use with a trade bag. So somebody here is getting a trade bag. Now, here is his other ability. You ready? It's cool. La Mancha's Call. I know, crazy, right? Don Quixote. Awesome. And there's the donkey. And now we have the cows. Oh, how wonderful. Here on Mirage Isle, for a measly 5 Gilda stars. Summon my mother-in-law. No matter how much you level it, it doesn't gain any more abilities than what it starts with. The cow pie. It has a laxative effect. For some reason it drops out of the udders. Not a milk you want to use, so let's, for some reason, poke around the cow dung. Oh! Shocking smell! Let's try that again. Temporarily stunned by the repulsive odor. So, there's the cow. And behind me, you will see Lilynut horses, also here on Mirage Isle. Now, these are not the normal Lilynut horses we've already covered in depth. And to illustrate the fact, hello Ed, welcome back. You will see his third or fourth ability, if you want to count the sprint, is a mounted defense, which grants immunity to range damage, knockback, and stun for 5 seconds. See, it has a little shield there. Now, let's bring out the Lilynut horse that I bought here on Mirage Isle. Korngar. His third, or, again, fourth. Right there. Quick movement. Increases rider's evasion, plus 50%, and grants immunity stun for 10 seconds. Kind of a lackluster animation there. Now, when you are level 50 and you also get him to level 50, as I did but neglected to get myself to level 50, you can get yourself one of these, a thoroughbred certificate, and deliver it to one of these fellers. And that will change him into that guy right there. Black Arrow. On fire. Really neat. Exceptionally fast. With really cool abilities that I really wish I could show you. But, I'm sorry I can't. I'm sure there's a better YouTuber out there that can. Alright, so let's check out what the armor looks like. These all look exactly the same, except for the breeze. So, it's not going to take that long. Not at all. It's kind of badass. I like that. Still not bad. Oops. Elk? My bad. Very handsome, very elfish. I like that less so. Too trimmed down to my tastes. I like the more gold if the, normal gear was more goldy. And we'd be talking. The donkey is, well, just donkey. It's the same no matter what. Sorry to disappoint. Same for cow. Its foot is this little rope around there. I love the bell. Yeah, see? Breeze. Same gear. And thus ends the Mount Fashion Show. Look at those beautiful babies. Let's watch them all grow. There they are in their second stage of development. Adorable still. And there's your starting lineup. And that has been the Random Select Gaming Mountstravaganza. I hope you've enjoyed it or were informed by it. I am Treon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.